Welcome back. Segment 6 or 7, depending on how you count it. Segment 5 ended up being 2 parts. This is our last segment, question and answer. I think we've had a pretty fun show tonight.
Yeah. Is that 527 on there? How long we have left until it runs out of memory?
Probably.
Yeah.
Alpha, you should text me if there's more shit we can delete. In the meantime, we've got 5 minutes and 27 seconds, which is less than we should have had of having just started the recording, which means get the fuck coming with your questions, because we don't have that much time.
Any cheap way to test for methanol in homemade liquors? No. That's something that I don't really know much about, there's, of course, that methanol has a lower boiling point than ethanol, and that's one of the things that often gets. The problem is in distillation you're trying to take off the lower boiling point thing, so it's a bit of a problem. But yeah, I don't really know anything about that.
So, the next question we had, Alpha has come to the rescue, so I'm going to be able to delete a 10-minute segment, so we'll have another 10 minutes of question and answer. But before I do that and hand things over to Harry, I'm going to give my take on the next question, and that is, what is the psychedelic community like in Arizona? I have never spent a lot of time in Arizona, so I don't know, but Sedona, such as Sedona, which was the next thing you said, I know about Sedona, because I know people who have gone there. I would say it's a pretty well-developed psychedelic community if you find the right canyons to hang out in, but that would be the key.
Yeah, stay away from McCain's house.
The thing is, this is a great place to say this, and I love to repeat this. Jack Kerouac's definition of a hipster was a person who could stand on any street corner in any country in any city in the world and buy drugs. And I think I've passed so far. I don't know about Harry, but the point is, if you're not one of those people, find one to help you find the right canyon. Otherwise, I think you're good to go in Arizona. I'm going to go delete some shit.
I've heard the ability to determine who's actually using drugs in your area referred to as stonar. Somewhat like gaydar.
I like that. My cat's hanging out. You might get a glimpse of her. Harry, just keep talking long enough for me to delete something so we have more space.
And something that, we have around here is that, I think we mentioned this earlier, that these are actually used in Thailand as sort of party favors and demonstrations. In Thai they're called Muay Thop.
We actually found a pop song written about it, which sounded like a love ballad.
Yep, and, just after I had showed a friend of mine a clip of demonstrators using these things, she actually found one at the dollar store. Although in Thailand they actually cost less than $1, but they charge people in the U.S. more, I guess. And
of course, because white people are rich.
And they're made in China, so now we know who's actually responsible for all of the turmoil in Thailand.
We will probably have to end after the 5 minutes and 27 seconds, but then we'll get another 10 minutes because I just deleted something, but we're using 2 computers and it has not been refreshed on Harry's computer, so Harry's computer thinks we still only have the 5 minutes. But once again, thanks to Alpha for his tech support. Like I said, I pretty much am considering you part of the crew at this point. We can talk more later about what that might end up meaning. But we couldn't have recorded tonight's show without Alpha's help because neither I or Harry was able to get the downloading tool on Blog TV to work, so we didn't have any space because all the videos that are supposed to go to YouTube don't always go. So there were some videos that were on YouTube which we were able to delete, but there were a whole bunch that were not saved anywhere else that we didn't want to delete. And Alpha Lux, aka Ryan, came to our rescue with 45 minutes till the show went live and downloaded a bunch of shit and backed our stuff up, so we're very grateful. We're almost at the end of our 5 minutes, so I'm gonna stop this and start another thing, which should be, we should have nearly 10 minutes of questions, so anybody who has any questions, come up with them in the meantime, and for those watching it recorded, we'll be right back.